Hey YouTube, it's your girl exclusive_DC. Thank you for visiting my YouTube page. Make sure you click that subscribe button, the like button, dislike, whatever you want to leave as comments. Go ahead and do that. Tell me what you think about the video and about the album I'm going to be reviewing today. So, Trey Songz is back with another album. I think this is his 6th studio album, titled Trigga. Everybody knows, if you listen to Trey Songz, that's what he calls himself in whatever song he's featured in. So, Trigga. It has, I guess, I listened to it on YouTube, so I guess this is the deluxe version. It's like 14, 15 songs on there. And let's just say, I was pleasantly surprised about this album. I've listened to Trey Songz' album before, the one before this one, or the one that has the LOL smiley face, something like that. And I mean, it was a good album. But Trey Songz really isn't one of my favorite singers, so I don't really pay attention to him when his album comes out. I think he releases good singles, but he's just not my cup of tea all the time. But this album, it changed my mind. This is really solid. I'm proud of him for this one. Good music is good music. I'm not a hater when it comes to things like that. So let me just jump right into the review. But before I get into the tracks, I'll say what I like about this album mainly is about the beats. And I think the lyrics are pretty much what he always talks about, getting girls, just a typical R&B dude. But I promise you, it's still a great album. I feel like Trey is like the male Rihanna with all these albums that he has coming out each year. But I still love him. I love Rihanna too, so anyways. What you can expect from the album, is a lot about sex. There's a lot about, you know, just listening to the radio is pretty much what that is. But songs are great. So, track number 1 is entitled Cake. As soon as I heard the song, I fell in love with it. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. My favorite lyrics are, they say you can't have cake and eat it too, but ain't that what you're supposed to do? And which is true. Cake, cake. It's a good song. I thought it was a great way to open up the album, since it's pretty much what he's talking about through the whole album anyways. I thought it was catchy. I think it's radio friendly if he wants to release that. If he wants to release that as a single, I think it would do well on the charts. Track number 2 is Foreign. This is my absolute favorite track off the album. And there's even a remix to it on the album as well. But I gave that a 4.5 out of 5 stars. The beat is amazing. I think, if I'm not mistaken, DJ Mustard produced that. My favorite lyric on the song is, American, you know I had to cop that foreign. I love this song. I love it. It's talking about his love for foreign girls, and during his flow on the verses, it reminded me of Destiny's Child, Bills. If you just go back and listen to that song, it sounds like he's singing that. The way they sing their verses, that's the way he's singing the song. So I thought that was pretty cool to incorporate that. I'm sure he didn't get the idea from that, but... So, yeah. Number 3 track is Nana. Everybody knows that song. I think that's the first single he decided to release off the album. All the way. Sorry. That's the first single he decided to release off the album. I gave that a 4 out of 5. As soon as I heard it on the radio, I was like, oh my gosh, here's another Trey Songz track. But when it started playing, and I didn't even hear it, but like the last 10 seconds of a song, where he's like, ooh, 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 nah, 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 nah. I was like, wow, that's a hit. The video, on the other hand, it's in black and white, him and this girl exercising. That wasn't too appealing. In my mind, I had this really cool idea for the video, but hey, didn't ask me, so. But the video, I gave a 1. Song, I give 4 out of 5. And you probably don't, well, hopefully you do, but if you don't, he actually got some of the song from, the hook of the song from Lauryn Hill, I think in the Fugees too. Just listen to Ooh La La by her. Ooh La La La. I can't really remember the exact lyrics, but you get the point. But yeah, Trey did a good one on this. I'm glad he released it as a single. I think he took too long to make a video for it, and when he did make a video for it, it wasn't the best, but hey, what can you do? And number 4 track is called Touchin' Lovin', featuring Nicki Minaj. This is his second, third collaboration with her. I don't know. But I gave that song a 3 out of 5. I really like Nicki's voice as usual. Her verse was good. Touch and Lovin' doesn't really need too much explanation for that. And it's a typical song, but it's a good song, so it'll grow on me, I'm sure. And number 5 song, I gave that a 3 out of 5. It's titled, Lord. It's titled Disrespectful. And it's, oh my gosh, I forgot to look up the people who are featured on this album with him. I couldn't tell the girl's voice for Disrespectful. Oh, I wish I could have did that. But I really like it. No. Did I say I like it? I can't remember. I listened to the album a couple times, but I mainly played over the tracks I liked. But I think I like Disrespectful. I don't like the message, but I like the song. It's about side chick love, letting the side chick have the benefits of the main chick, you know. If my girl found out what we was doing, if my man found out. But it's a good song. Whatever. I'm sorry I forgot to look up the features on this album. I really hope I remember. Because I really did not know this girl's voice at all. Might be, no, I can't even guess. Number 6 track is Dead Wrong, 3 out of 5. It's kind of similar to Disrespectful, but it's a more blunt approach to talking to a girl. It's about a girl caught up in Hollywood life, sneaking around with Trey. No, it ain't good, but these hoes gonna do what they want. I think that's part of the chorus of the song or something like that. So yeah, it's a pretty decent song. I don't think that will grow on me. It's just, it is what it is. Number 7 song, I love the beat to the song. It's laid back, it's chill. All we do is F, drink, and sleep. And I gave that 3.5 out of 5. I think that has to grow on me. I think I gave it 3.5 out of 5 because it's pretty much complacent. I mean, like the other tracks on the, it's like the previous tracks before this one. But it was a good song. And number 8 track is the Foreign Remix. I gave that a 4.5 out of 5 as well. Featuring, I do know this one. I didn't know it till I seen on the comment page for the song. But it features Justin Bieber. I didn't know it at first because I'm not too familiar with his voice. But I love the song. It's pretty much elaborating on the first song. He's a good addition. I know people hating on, well, people have a reason to hate Justin Bieber right now. But I liked his, what he brought to the song. I'm glad I didn't know it was him before because I would have been like, oh Lord, Justin Bieber. But I'm glad I knew afterwards because he was really good on this song. Number 9 track is called Late Night. I gave that 4 out of 5. It's produced by none other than Mike Will Made It, featuring Juicy J. I like the style of the verses and the hook, but I didn't like the style of the verses. I felt like he was too, I think it should have been more melodic, I guess. Like he went too aggressive on the hook. But other than that, it was good. What's his name? Juicy J spits fire as usual. I like a lot of people hate on Juicy J, saying he raps like he's from the 90s. I mean, but I like his flow, and he really does bring a good verse to whatever song he's featured on, whether it's Katy Perry, Rihanna. I mean, you see he's one of those trap rappers, southern. I mean, you know what he talks about, so at least he is good at what he talks about. What else can you expect from him? The song is pretty much not the type for relationships. Give me a call if you're not that kind of girl looking for a long-term mess. Number 10 song is called Smartphones. I believe this was released as a single too. I gave that a 4 out of 5. I first heard it on a blog site. I can't remember which one. And I was like, smartphones, why would you name a track that? Then I listened to it, I was like, I like it. It had to grow on me, but it's a pretty good song. He's butt dialing his girl, talking to a side chick. She hears and tries to get her back, stuff like that. But I like that song. Number 11 is Yes, No, Maybe. I gave that a 4.5 out of 5. I think it had a good structure to the song. I really wish I would have listened to these songs more, because I listened to them I listened to the whole album twice, but after a couple days, I picked out my favorite songs, and I just replayed them over and over. But anyways, I like the structure of the song. He says, I'm sorry for talking crazy. Yes, no, maybe. Are you with me or not? But yeah, that was a good song. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5, so it must have been. Ooh, number 12 is called YAS, which stands for You Ain't Sh. I ain't about to cuss, because family could be watching this, so I'm not going to do that. You Ain't Ish. I gave that 4.5 out of 5. Thought you was different from the other guys. That's what his girl saying to him. I thought you were different from the other guys, whatever. And they pretty much go back and forth in the song. Well, they don't. He's talking for both of them. Yeah. Number 13 is Change Your Mind. I forgot to rate that, but I don't think I like it too much. Not as urban as the other songs. Saying I'm bad for you, that's fine sometimes, but sometimes bad is a good time. Actually, yeah, I did like that song because I remember that. That's why I wrote that line down. But I'll give that a 4 out of 5, I guess. I suppose. And winding down to the last couple of tracks on the album. Number 14, What's Best for You. I wasn't really too big of a fan of the song, but I gave it a 4 out of 5 because I like the message. He's letting a girl choose to stay or go. Wants her to stay, but wants the best for her, so do what she gotta do, and he's sure she'll come back one day. I gave number 15, called Love Around the World. It's pretty much a Get Around song. Had a techno feel to the song, and I really wasn't feeling that, so I gave that a 3 out of 5. Should have gave it 2.5 out of 5. And then number 16, I Know I Can't Get You Back. I gave that 4 out of 5. One of my favorite lyrics out of the song was, I got a reputation, good or bad. I gotta keep it up. But I wish the violins were more prominent during the song because the beat is amazing. He really picked some producers to outdo themselves on this album. It was great. But I wish the violins were more prominent during the song. I heard it like in the beginning or stuff, and I wished it was louder during the chorus. But it was a good song. He's living life in the fast lane, and he knows he'll regret it later, but what can he do now? Having too much fun. And last track, number 17, Mr. Steal Your Girl. Gave that 3.5 out of 5. About to take his spot. About to take whatever girl's man spot. Pretty much saying he's back. Yep. I wasn't really a big fan of the last couple of songs on the album. But either way, in total, I'll give this album a 4 to 4.5 out of 5 stars. I mean, like I said, the beats were good. Songs were good. I mean, what can you ask for? Good music is good music. Whatever you got to say about Trey, whether his live performance. A lot of people have been saying that he's been talking about the same thing over and over again. I've been reading on blog sites like thatgrapejuice.net. Shout out to them. And a handful of other ones saying, well, the commenters are saying that he's talking about the same thing. You would think his audience would want to hear more from him, but this is a good album, and I think as fans or as spectators, we shouldn't look too much into what artists are doing with their careers as far as musically, because obviously this sound works for him. I think he's projected to do, I don't know, I can't remember the numbers exactly, but it's like, I want to say 80 to 100,000. I hope so. His album sales don't really do that well. And I don't know why. If this album is to go by anything, then I don't know why. And he even said himself that this is his best album. And I believe it. I don't even have to listen to the other ones to see that. But, I don't know why Trey doesn't sell a lot. Oh yeah, and for the people who say, why doesn't he move on to more topics? What do you want him to talk about? I think this album had a good variety of stuff. At first when I was listening to the album, I was like, this is about the same thing, getting girls, being a player, stuff like that. But as the album progressed, I was like, okay, more substance to it. Smartphones, yes, no, maybe, YAS, things like that. So, let me dump those. But yeah, so I hope you guys go pick up Trigga in stores. I plan on it. And yes, I still buy albums from the store. I don't believe in buying singles or going to iTunes. I'd rather have the actual hard copy because I like to look at the credits. I'm sure you can do that on iTunes and stuff, but I feel better with the hard copy in my hands. So tell me what you thought about the album. all the Trey Songz fans, all the spectators, whatever. This is first time listening to Trey Songz album. Tell me what you thought about it. I thought it was a great album, and for those who are saying what else is supposed to talk about, please leave it in the comment section, because I'd like to know too. If you don't like what he's doing, then maybe you should do it better. But this album made me gain a whole new respect for Mr. Trey Songz. What's going on? Trigga. I can't sing. It's late. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm crazy. Anyways, exclusive_DC. I'm going to find out the girl who's on the track with him. I'm going to post that in the comment section or whatever, in the tags. But yep. Thank you for watching. Like I said in the beginning, subscribe, like, dislike, comment, tell me what you think, and go buy Trey's album. Bye.